All right, we'll go ahead and start by standing to the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
When I hear that flag, it messes me. And it makes all silent. All right, first we'll have roll call.
Dan Pillow,
Here.
Lisa Stafford,
Here.
Dan Dalton,
Here.
Ann Pillow,
Here.
Steve Dalton,
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here.
Is
No.
Unito is the acting chief on, and is the township chief on?
Township chief is not on and the acting chief is not.
What about the street commissioner? He's not on?
Nope, not
Okay.
yet.
Because I usually list them if they
Oh,
are.
yeah, I'll let you know if I see them jump in.
You want me to walk down the hall?
It's not necessary, I always include them in when I'm checking things off.
They know they got a few minutes before it comes to them, so. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to the clerk's report.
You have the minutes from the April 5th, 2021 meeting.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes from the April 5th, 2021 meeting.
Second.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Dan Dalton. Any discussions on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow, Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. Yay. You received pay ordinance 4C for monthly or biweekly payroll that was paid on April the 9th. Total dispersed from the general fund was $10,752.02.
I'll make a motion to accept the payroll from April 9th.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Lisa Stafford. Is there any discussions on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow, Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 4D, this is for monthly salaries. All dispersed from the general fund, $7,719.05.
Make a motion to pay 4D 2021.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Dalton, second by Pam Jackson. Are there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have 4E, and this is for accounts payable. Dispersed from the general fund, $5,121.08 from street construction and maintenance repair fund, $189.71 from the We Thrive, $5,889.15 from the Ohio Water Thingamajiggy Authority Fund, $3,850.84 for a combined total of $14,250.78.
Make a motion to accept 4E 2020.
Do we have
Second.
this? Okay, thank you. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Dalton. Are there any discussions?
Yeah.
Okay.
On line 3, and then line 14, it shows purchasing of things, but there's no amount there for those things.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is true. That is true. Hold on just a second and I can tell you. Wish you would have called me.
Honestly, Margaret, I worked so much.
Oh, I know, I'm sorry, I just, that's what you
Margaret?
get when you go back after you put something in and you change something.
George?
Margaret, there's a few more than just those.
Well, gosh, maybe I sent the wrong one out.
Because I'm looking for fuel, or I'm looking at fuel, I'm looking at maintenance, or no, not maintenance.
The fuel is on there, it's dropped
Yeah,
down.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
2 or 3
I'm
times.
sorry, I missed that one. Number 7, there's nothing in there for the replacing the light bar and the siren box.
Okay, give me just a second. How'd I do that?
I don't know. I don't do books. I look at numbers.
Give me just a second.
No problem.
Okay, for the Hathaway stamps,
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get off the right council calendar.
Now, that would be crazy. Or CBY, I just keep seeing Lisa with an asterisk.
sorry about this, guys. For the Hathaway stamps, it was $28 or $38.45.
30,
$38.45. What was the other one, Lisa?
the light bar, that's line 7, Dan brought that one up.
The light bar is, it says docking station, it says $380.
That's all I get.
It's
Okay,
two
so
lines,
that's all together.
it's two
Oh, okay.
lines. And then the fuel, it's 3 lines, because
Right.
it's police and maintenance. And
And then
then,
Staples on 14.
okay. And for Staples, it is $320 total.
won't let me enter.
Is there any other ones?
I said it won't let me enter anything. Yeah, number 16.
No, 16 is there, it's
Oh, it's a
two
two
lines.
line, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
17's 2 lines.
Yeah, it looks like 15, 16, and 17 are all 2 lines.
yeah.
What,
Okay.
Margaret, just fill me in here because I'm kind of lost. The We Thrive Fund, I thought we emptied that.
We put money back in because we paid for something we paid for something over at the park, the share that Hamilton County paid like 20-something thousand. We paid 5,000 something for the swing set that's currently over there. So when that money come back, it went back into the We Thrive Fund.
Okay. Was it,
It didn't come out of the general fund, it come out of the We Thrive Fund. So I put it back in the We Thrive Fund because I was told that committee had decided that they were going to use We Thrive money for additional equipment over there.
okay.
Am I not right? Is that not?
Oh, no, I
Well, no,
just wondered.
But we still shouldn't have that much in We Thrive, because we bought that exercise equipment.
The We Thrive it's going to be, this is going to take, there's not going to be anything in We Thrive after this is approved.
Okay,
We did not have enough money, cash value on hand to order everything from the Hitchens Park account.
okay.
There was only $9,333 appropriated. We only actually had 8,000 something in that account. So the 3 big things that we ordered, 2 of them took most of the money up that we have expended for the border, and there's another, the lights, there's
Okay.
different things.
It's because last year when we expended money out of that account to cover some of those things at the park, it was intended that we were waiting for that money to come back from the grant.
Right, you're right,
to Get
Lisa.
back into that fund.
You're right.
Well, see, still, I don't think that's right, because if you ordered exercise equipment, when we got the original grant from We Thrive Fund, that doesn't come from the park money. That was We Thrive grant for the exercise equipment that Miss Ann ordered.
Right, and that money.
That's why I'm still
For the
confused on that.
exercise equipment was from a grant, which We Thrive had given us probably 2-3 years ago, and we hadn't used it because we were waiting to get it to the park.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is when we made these purchases, there was not money in the fund for the park to purchase the items. And it was discussed with the finance committee to use that money and then put that money back in. If you're not gonna use the money for the new swing set out of We Thrive, then we put it back and you're gonna have to pay for it another way. I'm trying to get everything I can from the state of Ohio out of that $9,333 that was left. I mean, I don't have a problem putting it right back, but you're gonna have to take it from some other line item.
I guess that's something we'd have to go back and investigate, because if you have POs for exercise equipment that was bought out of We Thrive grant,
I don't have a purchase order for We Thrive for exercise equipment because nothing really came to council. That was things that was discussed in committee. Nothing was actually brought here and said, this is what it's being used for. So we'll have to go all
I
the
mean,
way
it may
back.
look like it was from the
You know.
park because I believe it was ordered through Game Time, so it's gonna look like park equipment. But anyway, that's here and there, we'll go back.
I don't know if anybody added that up or not because I don't have my thumb drive with me to make those changes. If you want to table this into the next meeting, that's fine with me.
Council, what's your pleasure? The motion's still on the floor.
The motion is to accept the payroll, Mr. Burke.
Yes.
We were in discussion, we need to vote.
Well, did you want to table that, or did you want to accept it the way it is, with the numbers the way they are?
With the items missing, do you want to amend it to allow me to include the proper amounts and get them back to council?
I certainly think it should be tabled until everybody has a clear understanding on how the money's been transferred. That portion of it, I think we should be able to vote on the rest of the payroll.
Who made that motion?
You can rescind your motion?
I believe you're the one that made the motion. You're gonna rescind that?
Yeah, we can
Table it?
rescind it,
Okay,
and we'll just table it until, it's corrected.
all right.
Rescind.
Well done, you pulled it. You're good.
You got it?
Is Lisa
Or do we need another?
It's gonna get tabled.
Okay, good.
Okay, that, apparently it's going to be tabled until we can get a clarification on how that's just been. The finance chairman, we need to meet so that we can get it all cleared up.
Us getting a meeting together, Margaret, it's just, we were
Okay.
trying to do it last week, but with.
Okay, I understand, Steve.
Because we've got a couple things we gotta kinda get into.
Right.
I can do this Thursday if we get to that point.
Okay, since that was tabled, the only other thing is that you received a revenue status report from me as of April the 12th, and you also should have received a appropriations from me. And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Margaret. We'll move to Audrey Treasurer. Did you want to make a report, or was you going to wait on that?
Yes, I will wait.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Audrey. Go to myself. Have those papers, please. Thanks, appreciate it. I don't really have a whole lot tonight, council. The only thing I do have is I would like to hire 2 new part-time officers, Angie Byers and Daryl Harding, with council's permission.
I'll make a motion accepting the hiring of the 2 officers.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Lisa Stafford. Is there any discussions or question? They are here. If you'd like to speak with either one.
No discussion, Mayor. I'd just like to welcome Angela back. Angela's been a really good police officer for our community. She's worked well with our kids. She was helping us when we were designing the playground. Glad to have you back, Angie.
It's good to be back.
More about Daryl.
Daryl, if you'd like to step up here and say hi to everybody.
Absolutely.
That way they can
Hi,
see who
everybody.
you are, because they don't know you.
How are you? How you doing?
I,
This is amazing technology.
Hardy, H-A-R-D-Y. Does anybody have any questions for Daryl?
Where are you coming from, Daryl?
Worked in Cincinnati for 13 years.
That's impressive.
did you want a slower pace or what?
Well, I live in your patrol area.
How much time you got?
Is there any further questions, council? If no further questions, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Hey,
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
All right.
I'm gonna swear at you, son.
Yeah.
I bet you like that.
It's coming.
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution and the laws
that I will support the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the laws and ordinances
and laws and ordinances
of the Village of Addyston,
of the Village of Addyston,
to which I am appointed,
to which I am appointed,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties of this office.
will discharge the duties of this office.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh,
I appreciate it. Can I give you?
I do, yeah. I'm glad to see you back, absolutely.
Dan, you're getting one too.
I don't know, this COVID thing.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'm
Angie.
okay with it.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution and laws
with the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio
of the State of Ohio
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the Village of Addyston,
of the Village of Addyston,
to which I am appointed,
to which I am appointed,
and to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties of this office.
will discharge the duties of this office.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Didn't get in the hug, man, sit down. All right,
Welcome
get one.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
I'm building a football.
Yeah, football.
Welcome, bro.
Hey, that's good, because I run 5Ks now, so. What you're gonna, she's gonna, I'm quick. No, I do. I got my 5K shirt on. She's
See me
keep
run
off
a
that.
5K, there's somebody with a large caliber handgun behind me.
Right, I do.
She might be small, but she's
I'm
fast.
still gonna.
Jesus, Pete. That's why you're gonna be here, Sarge. All right. Can you hit those?
Good Lord, scared me, they all came in, I thought we were gonna have a union meeting or something.
That's next. Don't worry.
Putting cases on people.
Knock yourself out. There's a lot of paper out there.
I don't think I really have anything else. At least right now. We'll go to Bob. Bob, do you have anything? Bob Kelly's still around.
I see you.
He might.
I
There
apologize.
he goes.
One is the Addyston Police Association. I would urge you to review that letter before any legislation is passed. I think there's going to be issues with that, either now or down the road. I really think council should think about very carefully in terms of council members being involved in the Addyston Police Association.
Or not.
And I just think that that's beyond local enforcement. I think that if the prosecutor or somebody gets hold of it, it could be a problem for those who are involved. So if somebody has questions on those, I'm available for that. I did prepare an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into the reinstatement and amendment of the 2020 CARES Act local jurisdiction agreement, which I believe Margret's sent out to everybody. And I updated that so we have an ordinance that clarifies the village's position.
Yeah, it did go out. It was-
Yeah.
Be read 3 times by title only and declare.
Here, there's extra ones.
Is that the one labeled aggregation?
No.
We got a motion on the floor, guys.
Oh, I'm
Did
sorry.
Dan make a motion? Dan
Got a
pulled it.
second?
Here.
I did.
Anybody got a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
No one did.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson to, to read the rules
Suspend the
3
books,
times.
suspend the rules.
Yeah. Okay, any discussion? It was sent
Where
out.
is that? I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't
It
see
might
it
have,
either.
it might have came from Bob, it was attached to it. When I sent out the packet on Saturday, it was attached. The one that came from the Hamilton County, Lisa Daria sent it, and I said that Bob may be updating it, that it was attached, and up in the corner of it, it says, execution copy.
Yeah, it's in your packet,
It
guys.
was
It's
in the
very
packet,
last
it went
thing in
out.
your,
There's an extra copy, if anybody wants it, I'll put it in your
Bob
box.
got it. It's the
I,
very
It
last
did go out.
attachment in your email.
I see
there's
it.
the ones you
Okay.
sent, Margaret,
The ones I sent
419.
on Saturday, it did go
It's
out.
there.
It says 419, it's not here, so.
Is there any other discussion on that one? Because that is in your packet.
We need this because the money that I have paid from January 1st through March, we need to get reimbursed from them. And if we're gonna spend any other money from March through the end of May, they're only giving us a certain time frame to get this wrapped up.
Pam, what was the date on that?
It's in the council packet, it's the very last thing.
I just looked at the council packet, I've got 5 things and none of them.
Well,
say-
I just gave you a copy, a hard
Yeah, you
copy.
have a hard copy.
It says COVID Addyston amended.
Yeah. So there's a motion on the floor for suspension of rules in a second. Is there any other discussions besides did everybody find it? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Okay,
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. Yay.
And then we just wait for Bob.
did you get the vote?
Yes.
Okay. First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into the reinstatement and amendment of the 2020 CARES Act local jurisdiction agreement. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into the reinstatement and amendment of the 2020 CARES Act local jurisdiction agreement. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into the reinstatement and amendment of the 2020 CARES Act local jurisdiction agreement.
Make a motion that we accept the ordinance as read.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Ann Pillow. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. Yay. This will be number 10.
Then this came in late and I just sent it to you, which is why I wasn't on the video at the start, which is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement for the purchase of electricity for the village's electricity
I'm going to change
aggregation.
that right.
So that's something you guys gave.
That's from the laws and, if I can add, laws and contracts committee that we talked about last council, and we referred it to laws and contract to look that over.
Oh, okay.
That's our,
Our aggregation.
Yeah, just to make sure, yeah.
So everything good with?
I don't know if anybody else on laws and contracts, but we looked over it, we didn't see any problems with it. It does, the only concern we had was that the village itself is not a part of that, it's just for the residents. So, Margaret talked to, what's his name again?
TJ White of the local government Center for Government, and he sent me the information on how to join because they are a part of it.
Oh, you sent that out.
And I did send that out to
That's
everybody
lights and stuff here.
about joining because they have all kinds of things that we can be entitled to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on that note, we have to join, my notes here. We have to join is it your Hamilton County?
No, it's called Local Center for Government, and it is like Hamilton County, but they also include like the other counties in the southwest corner.
Right, and that, there is a cost, it's like $1,200 a year, but they would prorate it if for the
This
village
year.
wants to join this year. And there is some other benefits with that, and you sent that out too.
I did send it out. If you didn't get it, I
I think
can
that's separate
resend
from
it.
your packet. You
I might have
Yeah.
sent that separate.
Mhm. I believe you did.
Yeah, so, I like to make the motion that we go
Got
with
a
that,
motion- Got a motion on the floor. It is been the rules to do this.
the aggregation. Okay.
Didn't we?
That was the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought somebody was, okay,
No, this
I'm
is the-
sorry.
No, this one,
This one's
What I
new.
just read.
Okay,
yeah,
Yeah, so I like to make the motion that we accept the aggregation.
you suspending rules.
Yeah, suspend the rules, read it by title 3 times, by entirety.
Anybody seconding that?
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Dalton. Is there any discussions about that, the aggregation? I can never say that right.
Aggravation.
No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Okay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement for the purchase of electricity for the village's electricity aggregation program. Second reading of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement for the purchase of electricity for the village's electricity aggregation program. Third reading of a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement for the purchase of electricity for the village's electricity aggregation program.
Make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ann Pillow. Is there any further discussion?
Just one question, I tried to ask it the last time, but I was muted.
Do you see this,
village
right?
residents that don't want to be a part of it, how do they not be a part of that?
They send them a letter.
They send out a letter that you have to fill out and opt out. You can opt out. I think you can even call them and opt out too.
And I've also been told that if you, like ignore it, that after a while it drops off, but we can, actually, they do send out a letter, and then the letter, they can mark it that they want to opt out, and we can also get the information to them, where they can probably do it by email.
Okay,
I just have to get with, Jordan, the contact person for that.
okay.
It was suggested, excuse me, it was suggested that we make an effort to notify the residents of the village about this option for the aggregation, so that they know that we have a company that we're dealing with, and they shouldn't have to deal with the door-to-door people. It was that we might put it in a newsletter or on our website,
I think,
so that when that letter comes out, people will know what it's all about.
Yes, you're right, Ian, it was.
I think this should,
That was supposed to be on this last one that went out? I thought that one was
Yeah.
the committee first. Was that supposed to be on the last one?
I'm sure that it can go out again.
Okay, I'll send,
Or put it on our website too.
oh yeah,
I don't have,
Facebook.
obviously I don't have.
Yeah, that's what he said, Facebook, website,
I
whatever.
was
I
gonna say,
do.
you want me to put it on the Facebook page?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Try to pin it,
Facebook, webpage,
Wherever we got,
people see it.
Lisa, make
What is
sure you
on
pin
the-
that to the top. Make sure you pin that note to the top of the Facebook page, Lisa, so it doesn't get,
actually don't pin that one to the top just yet because the cleanup's pinned to the top.
oh, okay.
After the
Yeah.
cleanup's over, then pin it to the top.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's wait
I've
till
been
we get everything
countermanded.
back from them before anything really goes out officially. Because they have to
That's kind of
sign
what I
off
thought I was
and
supposed to
send it
wait
back
on.
to us.
Okay,
okay.
That's just my
and then we'll send out a
recommendation.
mailer detailing it.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That makes more
Thank you,
sense.
Mayor, that's good.
I'll
That
give
was
him a
gonna
call.
be my contribution to the conversation, that we make sure people have a clear understanding, because a lot of people think, well, I'm getting 3 bills and I'm overpaying. No. The report that we get indicates that those people are in that. It shows you very clearly that we're saving money.
They're saving money.
Use that,
We're not. Yeah.
aggregation. We
Yeah.
have to make sure we get the people the right information.
Yeah, that's kind of why I thought I was waiting to get that back from them, so
Isn't
I
that-
had something to send out to them.
Isn't their billing done through Duke?
Yes.
If you remember, that was that chart that came out and it showed at the bottom what the residents are saving.
It's
How
about
much?
about $50
It's
a
about
year.
$50 a year per customer that's signed up and is a
Yeah.
member of
That's
it.
what it is.
But we as the village, we aren't a part of it. By joining that local center for government, then we can join as a village government, and they'll look at all the utility bills and tell us what they can do. It's the street lights, it's everything that has to do with electric
Okay.
for us as a village.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Anywhere we can save money is a good thing.
There's no motion on the floor this time. so-
No, everything's done.
Everything's
We're
done.
just
Yeah.
trying to understand this.
So how the aggregation come up again.
Aggravation.
Aggie, yeah, it is an egg.
Yeah, I say that's sitting on.
And maybe, when Margaret gets more back from this
That's what I
person,
mean,
bring it
yeah.
at the next meeting and then,
Yeah, I'll send it out to
because it
everybody.
sounds like, she sends that information out, but it sounds like it's really, there's other areas that would help us other than this, the synergy part, the gas. and
Well,
electric stuff.
the thing with the local center for government, they have public works, they have street maintenance, they have a health program that other governments are involved in, which may help us with our medical and health program. There's a whole list of things, and I did think that I sent that out to everybody that had the flyers attached, and I did print some off, and I can put them in everybody's mailbox if they want to stop and get them, so that they don't have to use their own ink and paper, because it's like 7, 8 pages. There's like 3 different articles that goes with it.
Yeah, so it costs us about $100 a month to join.
Question is what kind of savings
Is that,
Well, there's other avenues we can use it for, and we won't know.
well, that's true too.
They have to kind of base it on,
And they have
if she sends the
trainings.
bill, the bill in to see on that part of it, that's only one chunk of it.
Yeah.
We spent more money than God bless.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see all the other communities that's involved in it. Sorry, Dan? Was Dan saying something?
That's a prorated $1,200 fee.
It won't be the 1,200.
prorated.
Yeah, it'd be prorated, yeah. It might be 600-700, I don't know.
And the information was sent to you.
It's just in a different email. All right. Where was that come off of? The aggregation, Bob?
That was from Bob.
I know, they haven't got that far.
Has Bob Feast got anything else?
It's
Bob, did you
done.
have anything else?
It was all for Bob.
I think it's done.
The other thing, did you vote on the resolution?
For the
There was a
aggravation?
motion and we were in discussion, but we.
That's what, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So was there any further discussion of what I should have said? I apologize. No discussion, we'll vote.
Why do I have ordinance 11 written? We did 10 already.
We voted on for him to read it 3 times, but we haven't voted on adopting it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, Dan Pillow,
Okay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay,
Now this one will be number 11.
your number 11.
Yeah, the other one that you did was 10.
All right.
Okay.
Bob, did you have anything else?
The other item that I have is, I have been going over the Lexipol, and to say it's tedious is beyond words. But I should have it sent out to you by Friday. You should get 6 emails, and there'll be 6 parts to it. There'll be 100 pages to each part. I've got about 175 pages left to go in terms of just going through it. I mean, it's amazing, but I will ship that out to you, to all the members of council, the mayor, the clerk, and to Don McWhorter on Friday. And the one I'm sending you, I'm color scanning, so all my changes or questions are in red. You, Don, coordinating, or is this something Don will have to look at again? He's gonna have to look at this again, and council's gonna have to look at it, because there is a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of cost that's in that booklet. And when I say a lot of cost, I mean there's a lot of training, there's a lot of obligations on the chief. And in addition, when you go through that and you're looking at appointments, what's going to be done, who's going to be contacted, at various points, it varies from the Ohio Revised Code, and essentially takes some of the power and control away from council and the mayor and places it in the police chief. And I've got it all marked for you so that you can look at it, and then if you have questions, you can ask them. And especially, there are some provisions in there. If you look at Lexipol's a document which is used by everybody and supposed to be tailored to the specific village or community that's going to be using it. There's a lot of terminology in the document that's not applicable to the village, either because it refers to people that we don't even have, like an IT staff, a records manager. And it goes
right, that sounds great, thanks, Bob. Anybody have any questions for Bob now, or shall we move on?
And the one other thing, if you're gonna buy flowers this year, are you gonna buy flowers?
We would like to, yes.
I'll donate $1,500 for flowers.
Okay, great, thank you, Bob.
You can just take it off the bill. Thanks.
When you send me your bill, I'll do that. But you gotta send me a bill, Bob.
We can't buy flowers till you do.
I have to tell him all the time, send me your bill.
Thank you, Bob, appreciate that.
I
Not
know
a
it.
problem.
Check
Glad
him
to
out.
do it for you.
Thank you, Bob.
Welcome.
All right, did you have anything else? No, I guess that was it.
That was it.
All right, thanks, Bob. Let's see, I can't think of anything else. Yeah, we'll move to committees. We'll start with Dan Pillow.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of updates. Things are coming along well on the playground. We certainly think the roads will be blacktop. I will want to get with you, Mayor, on a time to have the contractor get his signature on the contract that the county needs. We got interrupted right in the middle of that part of what we were doing. So the contractor didn't get to sign it, so I will get and see if you and our Margret are available also to witness those signatures. We already have Bob's signature and Andre's signature from the original contract.
Oh, is that for the asphalt down at the park?
Yeah, that's for the asphalt.
Okay.
Other part, so if by June, that we'll have those other things in, swing sets ready. As soon as I get a better handle on dates and all this stuff's coming in, I'm going to try to, council's approval here, set a Saturday aside for a village volunteer day to help get these pieces of equipment in. There is no doubt that our maintenance department is going to be, probably already are, covered up with grass cutting and the various repairs that need to be done. Having been there, having watched this over the years, this is a time, and I don't know if where it is in the budget, Mayor, but this is a time when they can use some temporary help to get our village into the great shape we're used to seeing it in summer.
Does it look that bad right now? I didn't think it looked that bad right now.
Well, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it will look bad, I can guarantee you that, because, the weeds and things have not been sprayed, they'll start spraying up, and I'm just trying to, get ahead of the
He's got
problem.
good school for that.
I'm not complaining about what it is now, I just want to get ahead with it, but that's okay, that's just a suggestion. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was, the mayor and I are working very hard to get the, I believe that's called the Hamilton County Mini Grant, isn't it, Mayor?
Yes, that is. Yes, it is. It's a mini grant.
Yes. The mini grant, maybe as much as $40,000, and we were looking at maybe an upgrading, or at least a study of the water system, if I'm correct, Mayor, correct?
Yeah, what it is it's for study, looking into our pipes to let us know what condition our wells are in, what condition our pipes are in, what we should be doing, and some suggestions, and we can use this for further grants. It'll help with, like, say, second tan, for instance, where we want to get the road and the lines done.
Yes, yeah, it will, and it'll be sort of integrated into the study that we're already, that Hamilton County, Lish, and Xavier University is doing on the
Yeah, it's part of it. She said it had to be linked with that, housing action plan that's already in the
Yeah.
works.
So, yeah, those things melding together, so I just wanted to, I know the mayor had forgotten that. Just wanted to kind of make sure the council is aware that we're moving forward on that particular grant.
No, I just figured that was something you'd bring up, part of the housing.
Is this a matching grant or anything?
I
Do
hope
we have to
not.
put money
The
with
40
this?
is not, no. Because on the application anywhere, it doesn't ask for any kind of matching, nothing. It's, you can get them, you know, hopefully we get the whole 40,000. Now, I don't know beyond that.
Yeah. Right. Oh, let me also ask about this, council. We, our CDBG grant, the 3-year grant that we got, where we applied for $25,000. It's been okay, but there's still some work in closing it out. And in that grant, we said $15,000 for demolition this year, and in '22 we have another $10,000 for any projects that we might have in housing demolition type stuff, maybe move into acquisition. So we're talking about $15,000 that is going to take us to get money to get a property at 32 Main Street. I should ask, Mark, if you had written that check.
Oh, that's 1,500.
I was told it was 1,500.
That's 1,500 for just
Yes.
that part, yeah.
No, Dan, I had,
I'm sorry.
I haven't written it
Thanks for clear.
because I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, that was,
Well, it's a check we've been talking about, sending to the Port Authority. And again, if you have any questions about it, I don't know, Dick knows who it should be sent to. I thought he gave you that information. I guess you guys hadn't got it
Dan,
yet.
I do remember seeing the email, but I just hadn't got to it because last week I was snowed. I will get it to you by the end of this week or get it to them by the end of this week.
Yes, please give it to them.
Yeah, I will. I will copy you on what I do, so you have it. I just have been snowed. Of course, you know, everybody wants something, and I take baskets home on the weekend, and I'm always doing stuff, and I'll get it for you, Dan.
I understand that, not a problem. But the $15,000, we need to get all the, get with the county, get the T's crossed and the I's dotted. They did send out a notification that it was accepted, but we still have to do a little paperwork to get that money to tear down the house at 32 Main Street. I think is what the council said we would do with that $15,000. Dan?
hold on a second.
Really clear, Dan. What's the point on doing that paperwork?
Do we have to send something?
I was just waiting for that thing to stop.
No, I think it was Bob.
I remember seeing the email. We just need to,
But if I don't have, but what I'm saying is, to get that money, the 15,000, do we have to send something else in, requesting them to cut a check?
yeah, that's a good question, ask him.
Because we don't have that budgeted to pull from,
We would have to amend the appropriations, Margaret. We were waiting to see if we got the grant.
Okay, well, I just asked the mayor
That was approved.
if we have to send something to the county for them to send us the money, or if they'll do a direct deposit, or because if we don't have it in the system, then you're gonna have to decide where you're gonna take it from to get reimbursed.
Didn't we vote a while back to take it from the money that we made off the house in September?
That we did, Lisa, yes, but what I'm talking about is the 15,000 that Dan is talking about the grant money. If we're going to receive that from the county, do we have to apply to them, say, send us the money? Like with the road fund, I actually had to send an invoice to the Hamilton County engineers, and that they in turn sent us the 2,600 or 26,000 last year, which was direct deposited into our account.
Okay.
I think that's what my initial statement was. Steve asked, who's gonna be contacting the county. I was taking up this point, but I'd love to work with the mayor and making sure that we get the paperwork in, and they would tell us how to handle it, how they were gonna handle it, so far as
I'm not
sending
gonna
the money,
smack myself in the face.
how it's gonna be paid for. If they'll do it, or if they want to say, like you said, Margaret, reimburse us, that's what we have to work on. I don't have that answer.
Okay, I was.
Okay.
I'm
Can
sure
we
really
some of those discussions too, that way she also can hear kind of what they want, how they want to do it, and she doesn't understand. We can ask questions.
We normally send that, get that
I
information
didn't
out
like
to
your
Margaret.
comment, 'cause I'm
I'm
lazy.
happy to include everybody who wants to be involved in it.
As far as the, no, I don't want to go into that, because I'm just thoroughly confused. I'll just send that way off key somewhere.
And, Mayor, that's all I have at this time.
All right, thank you, Dan. All right, Lisa, did you have anything?
The only thing I have is that Steve sent us all the quote for the redesign on the website. I don't know if everybody got a chance to look at that yet.
And that redesign is basically taking the redesign work we've already done and just being able to finish it for us. So that's getting all the documents scanned over, that's, there are certain parts that were never designed, like the torture site was never designed. So it's getting those other pieces built and designed for council. If you notice, on what we did cut the original quote to the new quote in about half.
Right.
We did save ourselves some money, and I believe the intent, if it's still available, was to use some of the COVID money to pay for this, to do the, have them finish doing the overhaul for us.
Yes, Steve, yes,
That'll work.
Do we still have the money in the
Yes.
COVID fund to cover this?
yes.
Do we need an ordinance, Bob, or can we just make a motion on that?
How much is it?
$765, is that right, Steve?
I thought it was 8 something, but
It's under 1,000, Bob.
$765 is what the
You
one.
won't need an ordinance for that. You just have to record it in the minutes.
Okay, then I make a motion that we accept the redesign proposal for Matthew Pritchard to finish our website redesign.
Second.
Motion by Lisa Stafford, second by Dan Dalton. Any discussion?
can we clarify this is coming from the COVID funds?
It will say that in the minutes in case I have to use that, to send with the reimbursement.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was in there.
Yeah, it will, Steve.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow. Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. Yay. Okay, I will do a purchase order tomorrow and I will send it to Matthew. And Steve Dalton, are you gonna follow up with him on sending
Yeah.
him? Okay, thank you.
Why would you tell him when you send him the Yeah, will you carbon me on it? That way
Yes.
I know he's got it and I can call him.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve, for all that work. Thank you, Margaret, for helping.
You're welcome.
I have nothing else, Mayor.
Thank you, Lisa, appreciate it. Dan, Dalton, did you have anything?
Nothing at this time. We had some logistical problems this week to try to get everybody together with the police committee. We will try to do it next week, hopefully before the end of the week.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you, Dan. Miss Ann?
The only thing I have is I've scheduled a planning playground meeting on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in the park, just to go over the things, the equipment that we have ordered and placement and some other just general conversation about where we're going in the park. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I did send out a text to all the people that are on the committees.
Do we have a rain location, Ann?
I guess I'll post it.
Oh, is it going to be rain tomorrow night at 6 o'clock?
It's possible.
No.
No, that's Wednesday.
That's what- I was ready for Wednesday, but I didn't. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll sit in our cars and yell out the window.
Or there's always the shelter next to the VFW, you have to run out of the rain. It's not that far.
Do you have anything else, Miss Ann?
That's all I have at this time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Ann. Which is Steve Dalton.
Yeah, all I really got sadly is with all the other meetings, we weren't able to get the finance committee meeting, and since all the other ones spot, give it a shot. If we do it next Monday, the 26th, would that be an issue for anybody on the committee?
I'm good. What time?
I can make it
6 o'clock work? I mean, we can-
short,
Lisa, what would work for you best?
that's fine.
Alright, so.
If you wanna meet at 5:30 even, I can do that. Mondays are clear.
5:30, that way we can get home in time to have a nice glass of wine and a nap.
Okay.
5:30 here.
Yes,
Okay.
5:30 on Monday, the 26th.
I will post it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Steve. Pam?
Yes, we covered part of it already, but we did have a laws and contracts meeting on April the 7th. It's to look over that contract, that, however you say it, the AGE, I'll make it shorter. And we also talked about the police chief position, and the committee decided to put like a packet together, all the information. I did just finally finalize all the stuff that I had and send it to the police,
Right.
finance, so we can finally bring this all together, hopefully, and resolve all those questions and concerns that we have. But I did send it out today to everybody. Trying to think what else it was. And we're still reviewing contracts. There's still more that I keep seeing Margret and ask her for more to try to get a whole list of as much as I can so we can get it formatted. One thing that came up was the copier, before I forget. I don't know if anybody that works upstairs, which I don't work upstairs, but I'm up there getting copies, as that thing is always jamming and you're running downstairs to get color copies, and, you know, and I think with the water board clerk that's working up there now, and I know Dick uses it and whomever else, it seems to be a problem from what they're saying. I guess it keeps jamming up.
It jams all the time.
They've been out and they've serviced it several times.
So, we had to service it the other day, so I asked Margaret, I said, will you please ask him what it would cost to try to replace that? You know, maybe not with what we have now, because I think we're, what, just 3 years into the contract, or 2 years?
Yeah,
We got like
the
3 more.
contract is over September 20th, 23.
And they can replace both of them, and it'd be a little bit cheaper, and that one would also be a color copier.
It'd still be a desktop, and they'd replace the one in here would be
The updated version.
updated version of that one.
So that's why I was gonna bring that up to council, if that's something we wanna do. It's not gonna cost us any more. It could be a little bit cheaper is what he's quoting.
Just out of curiosity, while we're talking about this, I feel like the majority of the offices and the needs to make copies are really upstairs now. Could we put the smaller color one downstairs and move our bigger one upstairs for where most of the offices are? That would be more going up and down all the time.
I personally feel
Yeah,
that
it's
with
huge.
mayor's court and the officers and that, they really need the bigger one downstairs, because when they have mayor's court, and I think they're having it now like every 2 to 3 weeks, and I think Erin runs, she has to print like a docket for each officer and the magistrate and all that stuff. They'd be better off having it down here, the bigger one. Upstairs, it would be nice to have a colored printer, you know, that we can send it
Well, we
to,
don't do
because.
near what they do
No.
now.
No, we really don't do the quantity of print that she does down here, or that anyone does down here. And also, the one downstairs has been used when there is a newsletter that has color in it, or if there's flyers that need to be printed. I think that like what he quoted us, and I thought I did get to send that out. If I didn't, I can send it out. It's not an urgent matter, but with the technology that they have now, it would go from like $740 a month to $673 a month, and that is for the 2 copiers, and it would be for the 63 months. And that is shared by the water board. They do share the cost because they do use the equipment.
Seems like a no-brainer to me. I'd like to make a motion that we upgrade to the color copiers for the upstairs.
And the downstairs, because it's with both of them.
Whatever copiers you just said you wanted to
Okay,
replace.
all right.
I'll second.
Who made it?
Steve.
Oh, Steve, okay. Motion by Steve, second by Pam. Is there any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
we'll come back to Dan Dalton. Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson,
Yay.
um,
Sounds like he's about done.
Oh, goodness.
No, we're just waiting on him to.
Yeah, first vote.
we just have a hold up for a minute.
Am I okay? Not really.
Are you gonna be in tomorrow?
I can be.
Well,
So you want to get all that signed? Yeah, I'll come in. On the 15th, the 15th is when you send out the bubble checks, correct? Did you send out our checks?
Well, there was a problem. I thought I picked it up, and because he gets a monthly check too, it wasn't, they didn't add it, and I had to go in and redo it. And because I did it on Friday, they said it wouldn't hit the bank until tomorrow. And I
So
told
he
him
should
that.
get it, so he should know
get it
that.
tomorrow.
You
Yeah,
did
there
tell
was-
him that?
Oh, yeah, he emailed me, I told him that.
Okay.
Because I asked him if they could put him in the monthly, and they said no, because he's full-time permanent, you know, like Arlie. And then I had to also take Flynn out of Arlie, because when he was here before, and move him around.
Because
But he should get it tomorrow. And if he doesn't, he needs to let me know.
Right, thank you. Appreciate that. We need a.
Dan, we need to vote, we're voting on the new
Sorry.
copiers. Everybody,
On the what now?
we're gonna upgrade the copiers. It's
Both of
gonna be cheaper. Yeah, we're gonna save maybe like $50 a month.
Pretty much makes that a no-brainer.
That's what
So
happened.
Dan Dalton, your vote?
Yay.
Okay, everybody's voted. Thank you.
People said no-brainer.
Apologies, council.
No, it's, okay.
Gotta go, you gotta go.
All right, I think that was it.
Did you make a
Oh,
vote?
yeah, I did want to bring back, when we talked about the,
The local government thing, they just didn't vote on that.
Yeah, on the local government thing that we need to join, is that something that you want to take the committee to look at the prorated thing, like the 1,200, which would be about 100 a month, to join that so we can be a part of the aggregation and the other,
Now, what were some of the other things that you said that
there's quite a few of the list, it was sent out to everyone.
Yeah, they have like, their contracts that they have for like public works, they have insurance programs, anything that they have, we can be a part of. I did send it out in an email. There's like 3 different brochures. And I ran copies off and I can put them in everybody's box. But it's, like I said, it's like $1,200 a year, but we would get a prorated year because we're 4 months into the year. And then next year is different. Yes.
Is it possible to get, like, we sit down with them and maybe talk about some of the, kind of be able to do a price comparison?
Well,
So like, kind of get their quotes on, okay, let's say they can help us with insurance.
Yeah.
That might be a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, I can get a hold of, TJ White. He seems to be the executive director. He said he'd be willing to come and meet. I'm sure that we could probably hold a Zoom meeting. I do know that when I was looking at the stuff they sent out today, that there was a Laura Stuckey that was listed as being on the board, and I know that she used to run, she may still be involved, but she was one of the managers at the Sharonville New Convention Center about 5 years ago. And some of the other names that were on there are people associated with the city of Sharonville. Just people that I, recognize their names from different conferences. But I'm sure that if, I can send that out again if you didn't receive it. But it looks like there's a lot of,
I just wanted to be able to actually like,
yeah,
how can it actually help us out? Be able to kind of come back to council and say, okay, it's going to cost us this, but then it's going to save us here, here, and here, and here's some added benefits. Maybe kind of give here's how we see it help with the village.
do you want me to see if he can zoom in to the laws and contract meeting next Monday?
That was finance.
Or finance meeting next Monday?
Yeah,
Let me see if I can, and then I can email you,
okay,
okay?
thanks, Margaret.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because that will also, that part of it holds us up on saving, getting the village to join as a village on that aggregation too.
Yeah,
Because we have to be a part of that to be able to belong to,
the aggregation for the municipal government.
okay.
yeah, so that's part of it.
Right now, that's just private individuals, residents, that's on that aggregation. It's not us, the village.
I think everybody thought that it included our buildings and stuff too, and the streetlights, and it does not. But this thing, if we join it, it will. That's what he told us in that.
At Aaron Hangerman or Hagman something, the guy that, Jordan.
Margaret, can you send me this again? 'Cause I'm
Yeah, I will
looking all
send it
over.
out again. I'll send it out to everybody. It'll be like 3 different documents.
Okay. And, I don't know who's working on if we're gonna do the sign or not. We talked about getting some prices. Because we tried, on the, like a
Digital sign.
digital sign, we talked about something on the front of the building with code money, something on the street.
That's something I'm going to try to get quotes for us this week with the house power going out, my wife's eye surgery. I got a little sidetracked.
All right, that was Steve. Couldn't remember who had that assignment.
Steve, I reached out to Margie Ober. She's the administrative secretary for Miami Township.
Okay,
And she did send me the name of the sign company that they used for their big sign in front of the township building up on Shady Lane. I will forward that to you. That's one option.
that would be awesome. Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome.
Okay. The only other thing I had is that in light of what Bob sent out to us about the nonprofit, the Addyston Police Association, I did send out, when I was doing research on the 501(c)(3) to update myself on understanding all of it, who can do what. I did send out a showing where that someone has made application for the nonprofit, so for everybody to review. Other than that, that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Pam.
Well,
Department heads? You're it,
Okay.
as a fire chief.
If you guys had seen, we did receive the other car from Springboro. It has been marked. It is down getting the seat fixed in it right now, and then it goes, gets the siren box and light bar replaced. One thing that Springboro did not get around to doing with that car before they gave it to us, they were supposed to put new struts and shocks on it. That got overlooked with everything else they were doing, trying to get their fleet up. I am gonna need to replace the front struts and the rear shocks on that car before they get any worse and cause any damage to the car. I don't wanna mess up a good car by not doing maintenance that needs to be done. The shock, struts, and install will be about $430. And I may be able to get that cheaper. I gotta use my usual looking around to find the cheaper parts.
is that,
I'm just
where are you
asking.
gonna,
If we should have it in the community policing initiative fund to take that out, should there still be enough in there, Margaret?
I think right now that yes.
Okay.
How much is in that fund?
Well, give me a minute. Top of my head.
You don't have all those figures right there, Margaret?
I had it up and then I shut it down. Isn't that always the way?
Excuse me.
Did you want me to do maintenance?
No. Anyway, did you have anything else?
The new officers that were hired tonight, I will not need a vest for Officer Byers. As you all can see with Officer Hardy, he is a tank. I do not have a vest that will fit him. I'm gonna need to order him some uniforms and a vest. I did start the process of signing us back up for the governor's vest program, which will give us 75% off of the vest again. I'm in like step 2 of that, so we will have that. We'll be, as long as we hold on everything, we'll get reimbursed for these vests that we're trying to purchase.
Oh, so we got that straightened back out.
Yeah, I started making some phone calls and they told me where to go, and I gotta get it done because they're closing it off in July. So I'll
Thank
make
you.
sure it is in and done by then.
I show $6,750.
Okay, so yeah, there's plenty in there to do that.
And I still, remember, I may have some bills, so.
Yeah.
well, I'd like to make a motion on the chief to do the 400 and something, did you say?
It shouldn't be more than $430, $440. Like I said, it may even be cheaper than that by the time I do my shopping.
To
Is
up
this
it to
the 2015?
But yeah, it's for car 1501.
15.
Second,
Who made that motion?
Pam did.
Pam made the motion. Dan Dalton second. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow? Lisa Stafford?
Yay.
Dan Dalton?
Yay.
Ann Pillow?
Yay.
Steve Dalton?
Yay.
Pam Jackson?
Okay,
The only other thing I really have is back in the fall, back when we were still looking at the K-9 program, we tabled it for a while. We were called by Rick Hoding, the owner of Hoding Realtor. He was one of the ones that was looking at helping us last year when we were looking at doing that. And he is willing to donate, if we get a K-9 program going, he is willing to pay yearly and sign a contract with the village stating that he will pick up any overtime and training expenses for our K-9 officer. so it would not come out of village funds. But before we even get to that step, I remember when we were talking about that, we said we would like to send out a survey to our residents, seeing how they would feel about a canine officer, having a canine in the village. I'd like to get council's permission to type up the survey and send out to our residents to get their opinions on if they feel that they would be comfortable with us having a canine.
I'd like, if we do a survey, I think council should actually review the survey before we send it out.
Yeah, it would go through council. I'm not sending anything out to our residents without you all seeing it first.
I'll make a motion for interim chief to go ahead and devise a survey and bring it back to council about the canine unit.
Second?
Motion by
Lisa.
Steve, second by Lisa. Any discussion?
If we're gonna send out a survey, is there anything else you think we might want to add to the village survey, to a village survey in general, or we just want to get this and maybe grapple with something else later?
I would just caution that too many questions, you start to not getting responses. But if we have a couple key things that maybe we want to put in there with the canine, it would make sense if we're going to go through the motions. But I would just caution, let's not make like, here's the village 50 question survey sentence.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. Yay.
And the last thing I have is we do need to go do our yearly qualification. Unfortunately, Indian Hills Range is not available this year. They've only let us select a few agencies use the range this year, and we weren't in the lottery. So I'm gonna have to use Great Oaks. It's not much more. It's $80 an hour with their instructor, $75 without. I'm still trying to get our instructor. I'm only gonna do it at 2 hours, and if they'll let me do 2. If not, it'll be 3 hours, which I believe I put that in the budget for this year to cover for firearms training.
How many officers are we talking?
It's gonna be 12 officers.
How are we fixed for ammo? How are we fixed for ammo?
We're okay for ammo now, but not knowing the ammo projection,
Overtime. Paid for their time, but not their overtime.
yeah, that'll be paid at straight time. It's not overtime. We're okay for ammunition now. I still gotta get taser cartridges, and I'm trying to find those cheap because I gotta get everybody requalified on taser cartridges, and they are as astronomical as ammunition. And they require every officer to fire 2 rounds. And then, that's all I got.
All right, thanks, Tom. Oh, don't you need a, what does he need a motion for?
Well, I was just letting everybody, it's already in the budget for me to,
Yeah, but any,
Council still probably should approve the expense.
yeah, that's fine. I didn't know if I needed to ask for it or not.
Approve firearms training.
Oh, motion by Steve. Did I hear a second in there?
Lisa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, second by Lisa. Any discussion?
What are we approving the amount for that?
What was that, $80 you said?
It's $80 an hour, so if he'll do it in 2 hours, it'd be $160.
Plus straight time for the officers to attend.
Thank you.
So amend my motion to include the amount, straight time for officers?
All right.
Second again.
Second again.
Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. One other thing for you, Tom. You said you need a vest for someone?
Yep, uniforms and a vest for Officer Hardy and Officer Byers, what I can't find for her. I got a lot of stuff here that'll fit her.
Do you have an approximate?
The vest will probably be 4 or 5. and then whatever uniforms cost, and with the amount that Margaret said we have in there, the community policing initiative should be able to cover that.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to allow Don to purchase the uniforms and the vest that he needs for the 2 new officers.
Second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Dan Dalton. Any discussion?
I didn't hear the motion, I'm sorry.
The motion is from Pam to allow Dawn to get the necessary vest and uniforms for the 2 new officers come that we approved today. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson,
Yay.
Steve Dalton.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I
So
should,
quick for me.
I'm sorry, I screwed up there. I meant to say Ann Pillow. Ann, Ann Pillow?
Yay.
Okay, and you said yeah, and Steve said yeah. Sorry about that.
Move to adjourn?
Second?
Just one thing. You know, with this thing that you've adopted tonight, extending this COVID money, you know, there's some projects that we received quotes on. One was for this door ramp. It was almost 30,000, and I know that a couple other people have picked them up, but this isn't like to give it away. We've got to try to wrap the projects up by the end of May so that we stay in compliance with the COVID money. Just for food for thought.
All right.
There's a motion on the floor to adjourn by Dan Dalton, second by, I heard somebody in there, I believe Dan Pillow.
Yes.
Ma'am. Yes,
All right, any discussions? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa Stafford,
Yay.
Dan Dalton,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Steve Dalton,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
We are adjourned.
Yeah.